Hello and welcome to a very good social media podcast where we hope to live up to that name every single day. I'm your host, Zach Gelia. Let's get into it. So first things first, the name. Where did it come from? What's it all about? I leaned very heavily on not only simplicity, but something that meant something to me. So going back to one of my favorite TV shows and one of my favorite characters on that show, a well-known man by the name of Ron Swanson. Simple man, hardworking man, always to the point, always honest, and valued that hard work. A lot of what we do in this creative industry is a lot of bells and whistles on a lot of different things back and forth, but the things that we always land on are authenticity and honesty and really, valuing that hard work and valuing the effort and time that it takes to, focus on those finer details. So using him as inspiration and the show Parks and Rec for inspiration. Basically in the last season, he leaves his role at the Parks and Rec department and opens his own company called Very Good Building Company. Like I said, to make sure things weren't confusing or, you weren't quite sure what you were going to get into when you found this, I wanted to play it right down the middle. And so we landed on Very Good Social Media, and this is a Very Good Social Media podcast. Secondly, what are we doing? As someone who, for a decade has made a career out of focusing on those finer details and making sure everything is in place before moving forward, this has definitely taken some time to get off the ground. So, a good friend of mine once told me that a plan is just a dream until it's put into action. So this is now me, on my growth journey, stepping into it and putting a plan in action. What we hope to do on this podcast is really have it be an educational learning resource, whether you're just trying to get in or you've been in the industry for 10 plus years, a place where you can learn from some of the most amazing people in this industry and who run some of the most, well-known brands and teams across the world. So I've been blessed to meet and learn from some of the best in the industry. And a lot of those people I now can call colleagues and friends. And without those people and those one-on-one conversations, I wouldn't be where I am today. Hoping that with this podcast, we can make it more of a broader conversation where more people than just me can learn from these intelligent people about their journey, about, hiring tips, about getting into the industry. If you're stuck or, a new platform gets introduced, whatever it might be, the experts can talk to you through it and really work through any advice that they might have in all of the different aspects of this business. And lastly, who am I and why am I doing this? So like I said, my name's Zach. I've been in the game for 10 years, working for different sports teams and brands across the country in different sports leagues, different players, different goals, different identities, different voices, but one thing always remained the same, and that was the learning. Any step that I took, it was how can we be better today than we were yesterday? But trying to keep that mentality of I will do everything I can to make sure I'm better today than I was yesterday. Back when I started in the industry, TikTok didn't even exist, and when it did come into play, it was called Musical.ly, and it was very different than what it is today. Snapchat was brand new. X was called Twitter. You couldn't put videos on the platform, and within 4 years, you could stream entire games on the platform. It all comes back to that learning and understanding and finding your own way. I kind of got into this industry by accident, thinking that I was getting into video production and, making cool videos for a brand's YouTube channel. And lo and behold, the main part of my responsibilities was running the social accounts. So from that moment on, back in, 2013, I tried to learn everything I could from anyone who would talk to me. What we hope to do on this podcast is really opening the door for others to learn from the great people that I call colleagues and friends across the industry. Definitely people that are super experienced and have a lot of years in this industry and have seen kind of the growth and change and all the unexpected turns along the way. So I hope that this not only provides some knowledge and some understanding of some more of the intricate things, but just understanding where everyone has come from and how they got to where they are, because no journey is the same. There weren't classes for social media when I was in college, and so it wasn't even a possibility that this was going to be a career of mine. Just trying to figure out how these things all work and how everyone got to where they are today is such a cool thing. So I hope that this podcast does that, while also shining the light on some of the younger up and coming stars in our industry, because this industry is in a very good place with the talent that's coming through. I hope you enjoy it. I promise I will work really hard. I promise it's not going to be perfect, and it's going to be a little chaotic. And this is the first time I'm doing something like this, so I'm definitely going to be open to your thoughts and opinions, and would love to hear from you as to what you'd like to see, or people you'd like to be featured, or just people you want to hear from, or if there's things that I need to do better. Please don't hesitate to let me know. I will be in those comments for good or for bad. But I really want this to be something that helps people and helps showcase all of the incredible people that I've learned from along the way. So God bless. Thank you for being here. Hopefully we will do our best to live up to that very good name and work very hard at doing it. So like I said, Zach Yelia, and this is a very good social media podcast, and I'll see you soon.